Hi guys, welcome back. Today we're gonna see how a mother will do anything to protect their child from monsters. But first, let's see how online dating goes these days. This one was posted by Clever Little Crow. My date was super successful. I've had a hard time getting dates. I think I'm overly eager, a little socially awkward, and maybe even a little obsessive. The last date I went on went perfectly. I'm so excited about it. I had to share my experience with all of you. My online dating profile reads, I like long walks on the beach, garlic bread, and laughing at my own joke. I'm a sucker for blue eyes, and brown, and also green. To be totally honest, the online dating profile didn't seem to be a hit because I wasn't really getting any matches until I matched with Veronica.
I've heterochromia, so you must be a huge sucker for me.
Me.
Wow, that's when you have two different eye colors, right? I got to see that.
Veronica.
Exactly. So funny. I can totally see why you mentioned laughing at your own jokes.
You get the picture. We had a banter going. Maybe not witty, but a banter nonetheless. So, the lovely Veronica agreed to meet up for drinks. Holy crap, her eyes, stunning. I couldn't stop staring. I was so enthralled. Her left eye was a beautiful green. Her right eye, a gorgeous light brown. She was so giggly. She was definitely into me. She asked me if I wanted to go back to my place and hang out. Wow, I didn't anticipate this on the first date. I mixed her some drinks while she found something for us to watch on TV. She actually finished her drink faster than I thought she would, so I fixed her another. She got super sleepy, right on time. I had prepped the bedroom already, but she was way too gone to notice. Then, I taped her eyelids open and just kinda dug in for those beautiful eyes. There are definitely more efficient ways of doing this, but I love the feelings of ripping out the eyeballs with my hands. It's tough, but with practice, it gets easier. It has been way too long since I've gotten my hands on some eyeballs. I'm so obsessed. I really needed this. You know, I played around with them for a bit. I rolled them around in my hands. I know this sounds weird, but I popped the green one into my mouth for just like 5 seconds. I was so tempting to chew it, but I'll never waste such a beautiful eye like that. These beauties are my new favorite in my collection. Once I decide to crush an eyeball out of curiosity, you won't believe how satisfying it was. I cleaned her up after, covered the hole with gauze, kept her drug, things like that, etc. Don't worry, I was careful. Veronica was dumped in a safe location and will get adequate care from the local hospital. I'm sure. I'm so excited to get back into dating. Everyone has their own obsession. For me, I like eating cheese from the fridge late at night. So, I understand your obsession, and all the best to you with your future dating endeavors. The next story is by Lighting a Nation. Once a year, I'm unfaithful to my husband. I met Jeff at a bar. He was the second guy to hit on me that night, but the first one had a wife and kids. People who kick up a fuss. Jeff left alone. I could tell. We had a few drinks, and then he invited me back to his place. Finally, on the way out the door, the guy I knocked back gave us this look. He couldn't believe it. His expression screamed, "You picked that guy over me!" In a cramped cab, I cracked open all the windows, otherwise I would have lost my mind. Jeff ushered me into a crappy first-floor apartment. Judging by the condition of the bathroom, it hadn't been cleaned in months, possibly ever. My phone pulsed in my handbag. There were 2 missed calls from my husband. Jeff and I sat down on the sofa. Then I said,
Take your shirt off.
He tried, but was fumbling around, nervous. Poor lamb. I ripped the buttons open. Jeff's hairy stomach flapped over his belt, which was quickly unbuckled. He grabbed me by the shoulder and said,
Should we go into the bedroom?
I bit my bottom lip, growing impatient.
Sure.
As he hopped around on one foot, attempting to wrestle off his sock, I pushed him into the bed and then gently placed a finger against his lip and said,
Lay back, keep quiet, and close your eyes. Is this a game?
He asked.
Sure.
Now, the anticipation was so bad I couldn't stand it any longer. As I caressed Jeff's chest, I kissed his neck. He said,
"Oh, shucks, I almost forgot to."
"To hell with this," I thought. "I'll be there all night the way things are going." My fangs descended, and then, for a brief moment, confusion crossed Jeff's face. It was short-lived. I tore open his carotid arteries. He gurgled and tried to escape, but I pinned him down. His juicy blood hitting my tongue in waves. It was warm, nourishing, and there was plenty of it. Jeff opened and closed his fists, staring up at the ceiling, his eyes turning the color of pale egg whites. By the time I'd finished feeding, my jaw was stained dark red. I licked my lips and then went into the bathroom to wash up. A message came through from my husband as I toweled my hand.
"The presentation went great, honey. Me and Richard took the clients out for dinner. Now we're heading back at the hotel. I tried reaching you, but couldn't get through. I'll call the first thing tomorrow. Love you."
He's such a sweetheart. Contented, I packed my things and departed. It has been tough going for a few weeks. The hungrier I got, the tastier my husband looked, and it was impossible to nip out a decent meal when he's close by. But after a healthy portion of Jeff, I wouldn't need to feed again until Easter. Everyone is a craving that needs to be satisfied. Now, let's see the extent of a mother's love. This was posted by Brogalug. Mama always protects me from the monsters.
"Take the baby doll and head on deal with your father,"
Mother said, holding the wooden trap door in our kitchen floor. She didn't say it, but I knew the monsters are coming for me again.
"Yes, Mom,"
I said, dragging baby doll along by her neck and climbing down into the square black hole. I see the light reflecting off my dad's eyes and his big smile. Daddy always has a big smile nowadays. I whisper hello to him. Like usual, he doesn't reply. From Daddy and my hiding place under the floor, I could hear the sounds of many voices gathering on our front porch. The monsters are really angry. They are knocking, no, pounding on the front door.
"Open up, Susan,"
demands one booming voice. More pounding. I hear another voice say from far away,
"Break it down, Chester."
Clutching baby doll tight to my chest, I hear my mother's footstep approach the door. The huge latch clicked back and the door swung open. When the monsters see her, their voices got really loud. I can't make them out individually until they calm down some.
"Where is he?"
One gruff-sounding monster asks.
"Who?"
That's my mama's voice.
"You know, Susan, that son of yours, Clarence."
Mama sounded emotional in her reply.
"Chester, why do you have to be so mean? You know he's dead. Why won't you leave her poor mother alone?"
Mama plays games to trick the monsters sometimes. She doesn't want them to get me.
"He did, and he should have stayed dead. You know what you did, Susan."
Mama used to be a surgeon, but the monsters won't let her be one anymore. She said these monsters put me in the ground, but Mama got me and made me better with a little bit of this and that.
"I don't know what you're talking about, Mel."
Mama said.
"You dug those graves, Susan. You know it. And where's your husband?" "On a business trip."
The monsters sounded like they didn't believe her. I snuggled into Dad's softness and propped his heavy arm around my shoulders. He used to be grumpy and a real frowny face, my mom used to say. He smiles all the time now. Mom stitches help.
"We've seen that thing lurking at night. It was peeping in Kathy's bedroom window."
Sometimes I got bored and I go out to look at the monsters. I like to see what they watch on their picture boxes. It's best in the dark.
"And where's Annie, little baby girl, Mary?"
A lady monster yelled. When I found baby doll, she was lying in bed, so I rescued her from the monsters. At first she was really fussy, but Mom made her quiet and extremely squishy for me.
"You folks need to leave a grieving wife and mother alone."
Mother shouted back.
"Now get out of here before I shoot."
The monsters leave, but I know they'll be back. Good thing I have Mama to protect me. Nothing beats a mother love, and she will always be there to protect you. Be happy for your mother, little one. That's all for now. And remember, have a nightmarish night.